Hi, Kate, Hudson.
Excuse me if I have like these like disgusting cough episodes.
Oh, are you
Because
sick?
I have that lingering like 3-week
You came here to get me sick.
If you get sick, it wasn't me.
No, it was you.
I am not
You
contagious.
came in here to like, fuck this bitch. I'm going to get her really sick and leave and give her no tea. No, it's going to be great. Okay, so you're kind of like in an entire new phase of your life right now with this new venture of music. Congratulations.
I know. Well, only in public.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
Okay.
so, I mean, music's been in my life, my whole life.
Okay.
Whether it was me or whether it was with like my ex's partners. But yeah, no, I finally was like, you know what? If I don't share it, I'll just regret it. And
That's what I think is interesting when you think of like Kate Hudson, everyone's like actress. Is it terrifying to come out with music, or are you like excited? Are you nervous?
I think it was terrifying, which is why I didn't do it. And I'm an Aries, like I'm supposed to be fearless. And I was like, why am I so terrified to share my writing, really? You know, and I think it's because when I grew up and sort of was young and became well known, and you know, I got famous young. So I was 20 years old, and at that time, like, you don't switch careers. There was no, oh, you're going to be a movie star and then you can be a rock star. It's like, no, stay in one lane. Everyone tells you to stay in one lane. Don't break what's not broken. So I kind of had this thing where it was like, the one thing I loved the most was just going to take a back seat. And so my dream was like, okay, well, I can do musicals, and then maybe that's how I incorporate music into my life. And then it just, time gets away from you, and, you know, kids and things, and COVID happened, and I'm sitting on hundreds and hundreds of songs that I've never, like, I'm so scared to put that out, but why?
Yeah.
And so I had to kind of tackle that. And then I was just like, fuck it. If I don't do it, then I will be on my deathbed, and it will be a great regret of mine. So,
well, I think it's incredible you're doing it also because you have a really good voice.
oh, thanks.
Like, no, but I think sometimes, like, to be honest, I think people are always like, oh God, another fucking actress is going to now try to do a singing career, or vice versa.
Or
like
yeah.
the singer goes to try to act.
Yeah.
I'm
Right.
listening to you and I'm like, oh, you have a fucking great voice.
It's funny because I'm not like, I don't, that's been part of my hesitation, is I don't see the instrument as like a technician. I think there's certain technicians of the instrument that are fucking brilliant, and you listen to them and you're like, whoa, they can do runs for days, and they can hit certain notes and things. And like, I never saw myself as a technician of the instrument. So like when I'm writing music, I write for my voice, or I write what I'm feeling. So that always for me was like, oh, you know, if I can't hit that note, then what does that mean?
Right.
You know? And so I kind of also had to just
let it go.
let that go. And just
Well, I also think
sing
what you were saying is your lyrics. Like, as I was like going through your music, I'm like, oh, so much of your lyrics are about love and your relationships and heartbreak and moving on and knowing when to move on. And like Romeo, I feel like is like a great summer bop. I'm like,
you like Romeo?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love
I think it's a
I
vibe.
love Romeo so much.
It's a good vibe.
Romeo, it makes me happy. That song just is like, I just want to like put it on in the car in the summer.
Yeah.
Yes. I love that that's the one you mentioned.
But then I also love that you go to the complete opposite side and it's like Love Ain't Easy. And I'm like, you're just like flexing your vocals. I'm like, holy fucking shit. It's like a beautiful, I guess, ballad, or like, and it's gorgeous. But so much of listening to it, I felt like I got to know you a little bit more. And I want to talk a little bit about that today.
Okay.
Because I'm like, okay. When you were growing up, how was sex and dating discussed in your household?
In our house?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I have very open, you know, progressive parents-ish, progressive-ish parents. Those were things that were always very open.
Okay.
And I think part of why we were never super rebellious was because there was no mystery around those things. So, you know, even like partying. Like my parents love to have a good time, and we grew up seeing them enjoy their life, laugh with friends, talk about naughty things sometimes, overhear things that were like, what are they talking about?
Right.
But this mystery of like connection and why we connect with people was never something that was like hidden that we didn't talk about,
I think that's a good point, because I feel like, not to shit on the kids that's parents were so strict, but I had a similar upbringing where like my parents were like very open about things. So I was never like, I want to go experiment and do all this shit behind their back because
Yeah.
fuck you, you're making me stay home. I felt like I was lucky to have that. But I can see a lot of kids where you can go the opposite way, because if your parent tells you not to do something, you naturally want to do it sometimes.
Yeah.
So if you have people that are talking openly about, especially I think for women, about like not actual sex, like
Yeah.
your mom's not like, Kate, let me tell you about this. But when you're, well, did she?
No. I mean, not when I was young.
No. What were you like with guys growing up? Like, were you confident?
Oh, totally boy crazy.
Really?
Oh yeah, I'm still boy crazy.
You are?
Yeah. Yeah. Boys are fun. I have a good boy right now. I have a really awesome boy. But I mean, I'm doing this show right now where I play the president of a basketball team. So I'm basically surrounded by men all day.
And you're just happy?
I went home to Danny. I was like, honey, I'm having the time of my life. I love you. And I am very committed, but I feel so lucky. It's like I was born for this job.
Stop.
But I was very boy crazy.
Okay.
And but I was also a very prude. Like,
oh, really?
Like love to have fun, love to be flirty, super prude.
Really?
Yeah.
What was your personality in high school?
I didn't want to be there.
Why?
Because I was like ready to have my own apartment somewhere in the world. Like I was like in 9th grade, like, just someone give me like a martini and a cigarette and like some book on a balcony in Paris. Like, I don't know. I can see it a little bit in my daughter.
Okay.
It's just like I wasn't into the high school party scene.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to be in theater. I wanted to be singing. I wanted to be like traveling the world. I was like ready.
Got it.
To me, high school felt like it was holding me back.
I get that.
You know,
I get that.
And I was like, you're just holding me back, you know. Now I look back at high school and I feel like it was like one of the great experiences of my life. You know?
Right.
But I was definitely like the mom of the bunch. You know?
Okay.
Yeah, like when all my friends were partying, like I was designated driver. Like I would take care of everybody.
I didn't expect that.
Yeah, total. Everybody thinks I'm a total party girl. I was the opposite. Yeah.
So you're always DDing still to this day?
Always. Well, I mean, not now, but like back then I was very straight.
Were you bullied
I'm
at
still
all?
pretty straight.
Like, were you awkward?
Totally.
Really?
Totally. Yeah, because look, when you're young, if you're confident in something, it's hard. Like people don't really like it.
Yeah.
You know, so like I remember I was like, I knew exactly what I wanted to do. I was very focused. I wanted to be in theater. I wanted to be like working and doing things. And there's a lot of girls who just rolled their eyes at that.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I wouldn't say bullied, but there was a lot of gossipy, like, talk behind back type stuff.
That makes sense. Where girls are just like, she's fucking annoying. And then you're like, what? Because I know what I want to do.
And like, I guess like because I think girls who don't party, I can sometimes get that too. It's like, oh, you're too good to like get drunk with us. And it's like, no, I actually just don't want to like do a keg stand like on with you right now. Like I don't want to get wasted, but I'm happy to like hold your hair when you're throwing up. I don't. So I was like that girl, and it would, I think, sometimes bother girls.
I get that
but it
too.
didn't bother me.
Right, you're not judging them for doing the keg stand.
No,
you've like got the hair tie ready.
Yeah, and I just didn't. I just
do it.
wasn't. I wasn't like that.
But I think when you're at a place in your life where you're like, don't feel like you're in the same position as people, like mentality wise, it's hard to fit in anywhere. Like if you're like ready to move on and everyone's like, we're loving this, like we're going to the tailgate tonight, and you're like, stab me.
Yeah. I think these like so young, like social structure, cliquey, like Lord of the Flies type, like things that happen are actually really important. how you deal with them at school and then how you deal with them at home with your family and like how they're supported,
Yeah.
I think are so important. Like I feel like it's good to kind of have a little bit of friction when you're growing up and people saying mean things. Sometimes it's like, oh, you kind of need a little bit of that to like power through it and to realize like in retrospect to be able to reflect, look back and go, wow, like I'm so happy that wasn't who I am and that I had a little bit of that scarring.
It's a good point.
Get you through certain things because it doesn't get better.
No,
right?
it does
kind
not.
Of the world is human nature is quite brutal. So like how do we, when those small communities, like you're going to have friction in high school.
Right.
I mean, what was your friction?
Mine was, I definitely like, I had a similar experience where like I was ready to get out. Like I knew I wanted to do all of this. Like I was like the video production nerd, but I was also at the same time the jock. So like I hid from everyone that I liked video production and I would like lie to everyone. They're like, why are you doing that for your elective every year? I'm like, I don't know. They said like, I'm good. It's so annoying, but whatever. It's easy. Like I would lie because I was embarrassed because everyone would make fun of me for like liking that shit.
Right.
And I was the jock. So they're like, you're the soccer girl. Like you can't be both. And kind of what we talked about at the beginning of this episode, it's like, you can never be both. And I think especially for women, it's like, you definitely can't be both. That can't be possible. And I was insecure. Like I was super awkward and gawky, aren't we all? And like, it wasn't great, but I do look back and in the moment I was like, fuck my fucking life. I need to get to college. Then when I got to college, I was like, I'm ready to go to New York City. Get me the fuck out of here. Like, I feel like at every stage of my life in those like scholastic moments, I was like, I'm ready to leave. I'm not meant to be here. But then I look back and I'm like, I learned so much about myself.
I know. And then you kind of look back too and you're like, oh, and then you had these great, like big, fun, awesome moments.
Yes.
And then sometimes I look, there's certain people too that were just like always wonderful. Like, you kind of, this girl Hillary and Jessica. And like, I look at these girls, I'm like, God, I wonder what they're doing now. Like they must be like the greatest mother of all time because they were so like even and they had kind to everybody and like helping you organize your own thoughts. Like, did you get your homework done? Like, you're like, oh yeah, oh shit. So it's like, I don't know. You look back at that little like it's like a microcosm of what, the sort of.
No, you're right. It's like sometimes I think we have a hard time pinpointing like the positives in situations.
Yeah.
Like I found an old laptop from college and I had some like fucked up shit happen to me in college. And I looked back at like this really specific time in my life as like negative. And I remember opening my laptop and like almost getting so emotional because I'm like, I had the best time. Like I fucking love these girls and I love these people and I love. So like when there's something like negative that happens, it's hard to remember all the positive, but most of
our brain does sort of lean, more to the, unfortunately, to the negative.
Yeah, true.
Tell
me about your first love.
My first love?
Yeah.
My first real love was my ex-husband.
Mm-hmm.
I was young. I met him when I was 20. I actually met him when I was 18.
Okay.
19. And he was just not a very nice rock star type. Like, I remember thinking, God, he was so mean. And then I met him again at 20 and he wasn't that mean. I must have caught him on a bad night or something. First real love of my life.
How soon did you date to then get married?
Oh gosh, it was a whirlwind. We were engaged in 4 months and married at 9 months. And then, like 3 years, then I wanted to have a baby and we had Ryder and then it kind of started to do that downward spiral.
Right. The classic, we all know it. How did you know you were ready for marriage at 21?
There wasn't an ounce of me that wasn't like, I didn't question it for a second.
Really?
Yeah. We were so connected and Chris taught me so much about love and connection and, it was just a wonderfully passionate relationship.
Yeah. Did anyone around you be like, Kate, please don't get married right now?
No, like the people I live in, let people make mistakes, you know? It's
Okay.
like,
So your mom didn't care. She's like,
yeah. And by the way, not a mistake. I look back at my entire, life at this point, and I'm like, I actually feel like I might have gotten it right, Like,
love.
there's this sort of construct that we're supposed to do it a certain way, which I understand because I really believe in the unit, and I think it's what's missing right now. But I do believe that a unit can exist differently than this sort of like very kind of religious concept of like marriage and male female relationship. Like, I really believe that a unit can be, even if someone is alone in their life and hasn't met the love of their life, that they could have a best friend, that they live close together, and they can raise their children together, and like have values inside of that can be really important for children. So like, for me, having the means and the ability to choose to be more healthy in relationships means that it's easy. It's kind of been easier for me to exit unhealthy relationships.
Interesting.
Right. So, whereas if I probably didn't have the means, it would be a much more challenging thing. But inside of that, just because you're not supposed to be with someone doesn't mean that you can't create a big, beautiful experience. Which
Totally.
I don't know how I've been able to do it, but it's like we just do it, all of us.
What would you say? Because like, I think you're right. And I love how you describe that. I think so many people can be judgmental if you don't follow like the traditional route. Like, it's like 21 is too young, but then like 30 is too old. It's like you can't fucking win as a woman.
Yeah.
What was like the best and then the hardest parts of like being married in your early 20s?
I just like jump in the deep end of everything. So it's sort of like, I mean, the best thing was that in a time that could have been probably not very grounded, I've always sought home. I've always sought, I like my cozy, I'm a homebody. And I've always wanted a big family. I've always wanted to work hard and have a big, fun, crazy life. But like, I like to be home. And so even when I was young, I longed for that family connection. I grew up like that. So, and so when I met Chris, it's like when my career was taking off, it was also a time that, could have been a whirlwind. And instead I was in this very grounding, loving relationship.
Right. Like you had that stability, even though like externally it looked all chaos, because your life is like, you're thriving, you're a movie star, you get to go home to this guy and you're like, this is what I prefer.
Had like a cozy, great vibe. Yeah. Life.
I think something I was reading about you that I think is really relatable is like, you talk about how when your marriage ended, you still had like so much love for this person. And I'm wondering if you have any advice for women listening of like, maybe someone just went through a breakup and they're still so in love with their ex, but they know they need to move on. Like, how the fuck do you do that?
Well, let's be very clear. Like, if I didn't have children, I probably would never speak to this.
Stop.
I'm kidding. No. The thing is, like, I don't know if it has something. It's just, I guess it's just it's an attachment thing, I guess. It's like how we attach to pain or why something isn't working or what the expectation is of what you wanted from the relationship. And then that expectation letting you down. And then people suffer because they've sort of put such an expectation on what something's supposed to look like, versus my choice through life is just like being more open. And that doesn't mean that it's without pain and sadness and working through stuff and reflecting and taking accountability. But like, and I'll come back to the accountability part because I think that's the most important thing. But at the end of the day, I believe you love, someone. If you love them once, you really love them in some way forever. Even if you can't stand them, if you really loved them, if it was pure, it wasn't like coming from some place unhealthy, you'll love them through anything, maybe not romantically, but that will always be there. And I do believe that like it shifts, just like friendships shift. You know, my best friendships have gone through times where we are like, don't talk 40 times a day, to not seeing each other for a year. But there's always that kind of foundation. I believe that with great loves of your life. And I will always, even in the hardest times, be able to see the people that I've been with and that I've shared intimacy with, like in a loving way. I also believe that that's a choice. Like I choose to do that. You know, I do that because I think it's more peaceful for me, which makes it more peaceful for my children. But I think that the biggest thing about relationships and, you know, when they end, is like how you're being accountable. And I think most people hold on to all the shit when they're not taking accountability for their own thing. You know, it's like, it doesn't matter. There's always two people in the relationship. So you can't just point a finger out. You always have to look back and, you know, the old one finger and three pointed back at you thing.
It's a great point. I love everything you just said, because I think I had a conversation, I think it was with Camila Cabello, and she was like, yeah, like it's tough. Like, where does the love go? Like when you break up with someone that you loved so much, it's a strange thing to know, like they're alive and they're out there.
Yeah.
And I'm here. And
well, that's why that Gautier song was so huge. Oh. It was so like it hit a nerve for everybody.
Yes. Somebody that I used to
like,
know.
You're God, like, oh, why didn't I write that?
Fuck.
You know, but like, yeah, I mean, it's
tough.
But what did she, that was?
No, she basically just said like, it hurts, but it's like, you know, it's not supposed to be anymore. We change constantly as people. Like I'm the same person, but a different version of myself. When I was 21, oh my God, I was madly in love. I'm not in love with him anymore, but I still, yes, I think you're right. I choose to know that I still have love for all of these people that I loved. I think when it ends really badly, if someone like did you fucking dirty and cheated on you and you find out and you're like, oh my God, I think you never respected me, fuck, that can hurt. But again, it's like, how did it get to that point? You can always look back at yourself and be like, could I have done this or could I have done that? And sometimes they're just a piece of shit and you're like, you couldn't have done any better.
I had a friend who said something really, really great, which is like, you know, when you're in something and you're going through a wave, you know, he was also talking about it kind of like a DNA strand. Like, you know, people say it's like a roller coaster, but it's more like when you're with someone for a long time, it's like it circulates, you know, it moves. And I thought that was a very kind of a beautiful image for a long-term intimate relationship. And as it's shifting, when you start to feel yourself off balance, like it's much easier for us to go out, to externalize it and go, I'm not getting this, or I'm not receiving that. This is what that would look like over here. And what if I had this over there? And what I believe happens as you get older or healthier, maybe not an age thing, but like, is when you go internal, that issue or that wave or that cycle, it starts to move differently.
Yeah.
You're not seeking anything externally. You're only really looking at it internally, which can only in turn really make the relationship more intimate.
Yeah.
And honestly, more, you know, I would say connective, because you're not seeking it from somewhere else. And then if you get to that place where you're like, I don't know if I can do this anymore. It's not coming from anything you need from the outside world.
I think that the concept of accountability in relationships is like not talked about enough. And I love that you brought it up, because it also gives you so much more autonomy over your own life when you actually take accountability, as opposed to being like, he did this to me. And he's like, no one can do anything to you other than like,
I mean, unless you're in like a very, very scary.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Like
abusive.
Put all of that aside.
Right.
Yeah.
Like if someone's making you feel a certain way, like you have the ability to control your own emotions and your actions and what you're doing and how you're reacting.
Yeah. And like, look, everybody holds their own wild card.
Yeah.
Right. And like, sometimes that wild card works for some people and it really doesn't for others. And if you're holding two completely different wild cards, it can get fucking really tumultuous and wild. But if you're holding the same wild card, if someone is like, hey, here's the deal. I want an open relationship. I could never be faithful to you. I'd be like, oh my God, thank you for saying that. I can't be with you.
Right.
But like, I have so much respect for your honesty. But if you're like, this person told me he couldn't be faithful to me, but I decided to be with this person anyway, and now we're in this tumultuous relationship and I'm miserable, I'd be like, if I was my own girlfriend, I'd be like, babe, this is
That's
more
on
about
you.
you
Right.
than it is about him.
Like he told you. He was honest.
He was honest.
And you still rode the wave.
And yeah, you're holding different wild cards.
Like, what are you up
if
to?
you were like, great, then I'm going to do the same.
Totally.
And then you guys would have you'd be,
No, it's a great point. It's like sometimes we also, I think people, and it depends on where you're at, I think health wise, it's like when I was younger, blinders on. I'm like, he told me this. I'm like, no, he didn't. No, he didn't. He didn't say that to me. I'm like I'm like short-term memory. And it was because I wanted what I wanted and I wasn't listening to what was being said directly to my face.
Right.
It's like, oh, you're an idiot. Like he literally told you he's cheated on his last 17 girlfriends. What do you think was going to happen now?
Right.
Like, I'm going to change him. No, you're not.
And also, a lot of people, I think, find themselves in relationships where people feel insecure and they want to put people down and you take it. And at some point, I think a lot of women I know have been in this situation. At some point, you can point your finger out at them, but at some point you're like, why am I accepting this?
Right. Like, why am I here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it kind of feeds that push pull thing that a lot of people get very like toxically into.
Love.
But
no, I used to love it. I was like, oh my God,
You're
I'm
like,
alive.
left.
I was like, Kate, I'm alive. And now if I would meet someone at that point in my life, I think when I got to later in my 20s, I was like, I'm exhausted. Like, absolutely get the fuck away from me if you're playing games. But in my early 20s, it kept my heart beating. Yeah. I was like, this is a thrill. And it was just all because I didn't want stability at that point.
You gotta learn.
Right.
You gotta be like,
right.
Yeah.
I have scenarios for you because you have wisdom. I'm going to give you a scenario and I want to know if you would keep seeing the guy or if this would be a deal breaker. This is an advertisement from BetterHelp. You guys know I am a huge advocate for therapy. There is nothing more important than investing in yourself. Overall, in our society, mental health awareness is growing, but there's still progress to be made. I know there can be a stigma around seeking mental health support, but when people hesitate to get help, it doesn't just affect them. It impacts families, workplaces, and entire communities. I definitely noticed a huge improvement in all of my relationships once I started taking the time to work on myself and prioritize my well-being. So let's encourage everyone to take care of themselves and break the stigma. Finding the tools to feel healthy and happy makes everything in life feel more manageable. BetterHelp has over 10 years of experience matching people with the right therapist from their diverse network of credentialed therapists with a wide range of specialties. BetterHelp is also fully online, making therapy both convenient and affordable. Over 5 million people worldwide use BetterHelp, and it's easy for any user to switch therapists at any time at no extra cost. As the largest online therapy provider in the world, BetterHelp can provide access to mental health professionals with a diverse variety of expertise. We're all better with help. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/daddy. That's betterhelp.com/daddy. I'm going to give you a scenario and I want to know if you would keep seeing the guy or if this would be a deal breaker.
Okay.
You catch him going through your phone and he says it's because you've been distant.
How long have I been with him?
You've been together for 8 months.
Oh, done. Out. See you later. Weird. So weird.
What about 2 years?
Then maybe I'd be like, okay, what am I doing that's making you feel insecure? And by the way, you can go into my phone anytime. You don't need to look at that. Like if
Right.
I'm with someone for 2 years, I'm not one of those people that's like, why are you looking in my phone? It's like,
Right.
what's my, like, here's my phone. I wouldn't live with secrecy or feel like I need, you know?
Yeah. Have you ever caught someone going through your phone?
Oh, yeah. Emails.
How did you find out?
I could tell where there was like logins, you know, it was like stupid, you know, it was like,
Stupid.
yeah, which also is like, bye. Like, you gotta be smarter
Like
than that.
you almost get like the ick because you're like, wait, like it would have been
You're
like
that-
cooler if you were like so sly.
Yeah, but you're
I'm getting
like,
a notification.
so- yeah. It's like, what are you doing?
No.
Clearly someone's on my,
On my iPad or my computer or whatever, it's like
Right.
on my phone, it's like, ding, someone just logged into your MacBook.
Yeah.
Under
Your boyfriend is on your
Stop.
Yeah.
And did you confront? Did you end it?
It was already on the way out.
Okay.
It was like,
It's good to know.
yeah.
Have you ever gone through a phone?
Oh, yeah. Are you kidding? Especially with shady guys, like full on.
How do you get in?
Oh, girls, any girl who says I would never is a liar.
Oh my God, it's my favorite hobby back
It's
in the
like-
day.
I mean, at some point in your life, a girl's been like, no, no.
Yeah.
Something's up. It's one thing if something's not up, then you should feel
Right. It's
like-
just a random
Then you're like,
Sunday.
okay, you have trust issues. You got to figure that out.
Yeah.
It's one thing if like the guy is being fully shady and not telling you the truth, and you're like, no, I need some concrete evidence.
Going CIA.
I'm gonna figure this out. Then you get it, and then, fuck, yeah. Oh, I've had. I mean, please, yes. It was a fabulous game.
Okay, but when you play the game and you find things, how do you handle it? Because most of the time they're like, oh, it's null and void. You went through my fucking phone, you crazy bitch.
Yeah. Okay. It doesn't matter. But you're out of my life. Like, so what are we talking about? Yeah. Thank God, because now I'm never gonna see you again. Like that's
Great. That's
But I'm really like I'm like you would have to be doing something
crazy.
really shitty.
Huh.
You know what I mean? Like, oh no.
Like you wouldn't care.
Like you're telling me one thing and doing another, and I'm not gonna do that. So I'm gonna find out, and then I also did do the thing too, which is fun, where you just lie. Where you're just like, no, I read it.
Completely.
I read it. I read this. Or I know you were here. How do you know that?
Because I have a friend that's the bartender and she was there and she saw you. Oh, it's so
I've done
fun.
all of it.
And that's the best is when you know they've fucked you over. And then you come up with the best lie of all time. And it's like, oh my
They
God, I'm
can't
an
even
Olympian.
believe it. And they're
This
like
is a sport.
sweating. God.
And you're like, you know what's really sad? I used to do this is like, I know everything. And then they'd go like pale white. And I'd be like,
Yeah.
so I told you, like, I know everyone in New York. So when you go to the Great White and you're there and you're having drinks with her, like, what do you think I was going to, do you think I wasn't going to know? And he's like shitting his pants. Meanwhile, I didn't have any friends at the Great White, just saw on his phone that he was like, meet me at the Great White. But you make it up and then you get out of it unscathed.
But people wonder why women should rule the world. Because we're incredibly resourceful.
Period.
It's like, guys,
No.
we're going to strategize this. And by the end of it, you're going to be sweating bullets and I'm going to leave you.
Wait,
So
Right, the difference is we get notifications that you're hacking into our computers. We come up with lies. You didn't even know we went into your fucking iPhone.
I know guys are so funny. I love guys so much because they're very simple. I mean, not that they're not like complex and but like the foundation of how men work isn't that challenging.
It's not.
They're super straightforward.
True.
And I think we expect them to be more complicated.
Oh, we give them more credit for sure
than it actually is.
Half the time, if they're giving you like, if you get a weird vibe, the weird vibe is right. Like they're cheating or they're doing like, sometimes women will be like, well, maybe it's because his grandmother was not feeling well. So maybe he's been acting weird. No. It's what you think it is. He's cheating.
Or like if there's like 3 burner phones, like there's a problem. You know what I mean? It's gonna get weird at some point. Like if you see a burner phone in a dob kit, just run. It's not gonna be a good ending.
Right. And
which has happened to a couple of friends of mine where I'm like,
no.
What do you do if you see this? And I'm like, oh my God, babe.
Run.
Well, first look on it because it's.
right, 'cause,
I would love to know.
We need the thrill.
You gotta know.
I wanna know.
We gotta have something to talk about over dinner.
Right.
Or like take it, just steal it. Just like take the phone and then never talk to him again.
And then you call the number, you meet up with the girl, you get cocktails,
Oh,
you laugh about it. No, you have to look at it though. You're right. It's comedy because sometimes men are so dense. I also love men, and sometimes men are so simple, and they're really just showing you their cards
But see,
immediately.
how old are you?
29.
Okay, so you're like, see, I'm in the age where everyone's married.
Okay.
And we live vicariously through our late 20s, like, or early 30s friends.
Yeah.
Where we're like, oh, let me tell you the story when
Right.
now we're all like, you know, like, it's like, we're in the, okay, is your husband going to go to the 4-year-old's birthday party, or are the girls going to this birthday? How many fucking birthday parties are there this weekend? What are we doing? Are we just staying home? Like, it's just very normal. Now we're in like
you're in the normal.
We're in the raising kids phase, which is just like soccer games, baseball games, birthday parties. There's
There's no burner phone.
No, and that's yeah.
But sometimes we want a little burner phone.
It's like someone can. I have a friend who is someone with a burner phone.
But sometimes you want a little burner phone action. So
Yeah.
no, I think that's such a good point though. It's like, ladies, stop ignoring the fucking signs. If it's right in front of you, it's probably what it looks like.
But it's hard.
I
And
know.
then, you have friends who are more dramatic than others, and we all have to like let each other go through it.
True.
I just don't like when people like. We know when it turns and it's unhealthy that we need to like rally around our friends.
True.
Like if something is not right and they're kind of stuck in a really unhealthy,
Yeah.
and it's like not funny anymore.
Yes. When it's not funny anymore.
Yeah, then you're like, okay, you know what's going on?
Right.
And
It's almost like when the girl dinners, because all of girlfriends talk about each other, and it's not even like behind your back. It's like, oh God, she's with him again. Like, we know he's going to cheat again, and we love her to death. From that, when it gets to like, I don't even want to fucking hear about it. Like, you've literally exhausted all of us. That's when it gets scary, because you're like, now you've alienated yourself, and we feel bad, as opposed to be like, Jessica, what are you doing with him again?
we can't help you. You know, it's
Right.
like or like support it. That's
hard.
when it gets
hard.
Yeah.
That's hard. Okay, he's really close friends with his ex.
Oh, interesting. How close is close?
Like, they get lunch, I would say, every month, every other month, and they
Do they have a kid?
Nope.
Oh, problematic. For me, personally.
For me too.
If they had a kid, I'd be like, oh, this is family and we have to like bring her all in, you know? And my other thing is like, if I'm going to have dinner with her and then you're going to go have lunch with her, we're good. If we're all besties, like my best friend was my ex's ex-girlfriend.
Hold on.
And when it's not as complicated as it sounds. Basically,
Okay.
I met my best friend through my ex-husband.
Okay.
Who used to date her.
Oh, fascinating.
So when I was married to him, I met her. We became best friends.
Got it. And that was his ex.
And that was his ex. But we were loved each other.
Right.
There was no like, I'm gonna go have dinner with or lunch with my ex-girlfriend, and
You were included.
oh yeah, and she'd rather be with me than
Right.
hang out with him. So like that makes sense to me.
I agree. I think it does depend sometimes on like, did you meet did you know the ex? This is fucking confusing me. Did you know the person before or after? Like, if my best friend became best friends with my ex, I'd be like, where's the fucking loyalty? Like, you didn't know him before me. I think you know what I mean?
Okay, wait.
Okay, here we go.
You mean if your bestie?
I'm dating a guy.
Okay, right.
And my best friend meets him, likes him. Woo! We break up. And she stays friends with him. Odd.
It depends.
I guess it depends how it ended.
It depends.
He ruined my life. He cheated on me.
I mean,
It's tough.
that's a tough one because I think it would be like, you know, it also depends on if you, like, is she kind of into him?
Right, that's fair.
You can kind of feel when it's
Right.
is or when it isn't.
No, I think it's also just about like respect. Like, communicate with your fucking friends. If you're staying friends with your girl's ex and you guys are like in love, well,
Okay, I'm gonna give you a scenario.
okay.
You're not friends with this girl. You've you have mutual friend groups.
Okay.
Mutual friend groups. They, run into each other here and there at a party. Oh, hey, nice to see you.
Okay.
Like, oh, good. Oh, no, good. She breaks up with her boyfriend.
Okay.
I don't know, whenever, 6 months, year later. You end up with the boyfriend. Does she have a right to be mad at you?
Okay, you said the only moments I hang out with her is like in big friend groups.
Yeah, she's
around.
Like maybe you share a friend. but
We've
you
never gone to a lone
don't
lunch.
text, you don't-
No.
no.
Oh my God, she can't be mad.
Okay,
Absolutely
well,
not.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of people who would say otherwise, and I'm
What?
like, that's crazy.
That's networking. How are we supposed to meet anyone?
I don't know you.
Right. Like if
You can't be mad at me.
No, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy. It's if it's your best
That's
friend,
it. That's it.
that's it. It's all that matters.
Yeah. Well, if it's like even a close friend,
A close
like, or
friend,
like,
of course.
Yeah.
Then you can have a conversation of like, this is also tough where it's like, it's awkward if like,
But like
then you go
girls
on.
who throw shade to girls that like are dating but they don't know them, I think that's weird.
No, you got to move on. And I also think if you don't have their phone number, you owe them literally nothing.
I agree.
Okay.
I like that.
We're moving on. He has an extremely high sex drive and is trying to go every day, twice a day.
I mean, I'm not mad at it. First of all, I mean, it'd be one thing if it's like 4 times a day.
Right.
You'd be like, this is
Like we're exhausted.
and like this is like kind of weird because like what happens when have to like leave for a week?
True.
Like is this like
is this something you need every day regardless of whether I'm here or not?
and it also depends on, I mean, his age. Because it would sort of determine whether or not he was
Just going through it.
yeah, or like if he was young, like that would make sense. If he's like 40 something,
40.
like men's libidos kind of go down at late 20s.
Right. So he's like a sex addict.
So like if his libido's that high, it's like, what are you on?
Literally.
It's like I always say this about women, especially as women get older, there's sort of this concept around women that they should become less sexual as they get older. But the reality is that women, as we get older, our libidos get more intensified to a certain age than men's. So it's sort of like this made up thing,
Right.
that women, as we get older, are supposed to be,
Right. Like died out. Like we're not even having
like
sex.
a
We're not sexual.
shriveled- Yeah, when it's literally the opposite.
Yeah.
So somewhere down the line, men didn't really want women to be very sexy as they got older.
Right.
I think. So they kind of made it so like, oh no, like if you're no longer, mating for us,
Right.
then you should just go over here.
So true.
When in reality, it's like women into their 40s, sometimes 50s are like very much their
Sexual.
libido. Yeah.
Call Her Daddy is brought to you by Airbnb. Daddy gang, I have so much travel coming up this summer, and the thought of being away from Bruce and Henry for long periods of time makes me unwell. I'm getting a rash just thinking about it, okay? So anytime I can, I choose to stay at an Airbnb. Not only does Airbnb allow me to bring my dogs, but it also ensures that I'll have the privacy to really unwind during a vacation. You're welcome, Matt. Every time I stay in a house on a trip, I feel like a local. I can stock up the house with groceries. I can explore neighborhood bars and get to know the city even better. Being able to cook a healthy meal or just sprawl out on the couch after a long travel day is truly such a game changer. So if you're looking ahead at your summer plans and you're like, ugh, I just want to go somewhere, but you don't really know where you want to go, check out their guest favorites. Airbnb compiles all of their guest favorite homes into one place so you can be inspired to book a cozy getaway, a hiking trip, or a weekend staycation somewhere with a hot tub. Whatever you're looking for, guest favorites can help you find it. Sometimes my priority is a house with a gym. Sometimes that's actually a lie. It's Matt's priority. For me, sometimes it's more about like having the perfect bed to rot in. Maybe it's a hot tub, whatever it be. It's all about balance. As you book your 2025 travel, my number one tip is to check out Airbnb first to find the perfect place to stay, because your accommodation can really make or break the trip. Did I read this correctly that your therapist once told you to take a break from men for a year?
Yeah. Where did I say that? Yeah. I took like a full year off.
You did it?
I was like, what?
Wait.
I couldn't flirt. No, yeah, none of it. But it was great.
How old were you when you did this?
30 something. I was like at that place where I was like, I don't want to keep repeating any
Right.
patterns anymore. I have a great therapist who was like, I can help you, but you have to like do it.
Right, you got to like get off the sauce, Kate.
He's like, get off the sauce. And well, my thing is I always get distracted, you know.
Right. You
It's
like to flirt. You like
it's
boys.
fun.
You said
Yeah.
you love boys.
I love the, you know, like, ooh, this is fun. I'm going to text this person. But it was really interesting because he took me like, basically, I was like, okay, well, I guess I can't even text guys.
You couldn't flirt. If a guy came up to you, you're like, just not interested.
Yeah, I mean, I could talk to them, but
Right.
I was like, I couldn't give them my number. So I'd be like, they'd be like, can I have your number? I'd be like, you know, no,
My
like
therapist said no.
I'm not there right now. But it was strangely empowering because it got very uncomfortable for me in the beginning, like the first couple months. I was like, you know, my mojo was like, I was just like, oh God. I was like, just felt like I was like, what am I doing?
Right.
Like I'm not like,
Not me.
yeah, it just was, it's not fun, you know?
not.
And so I was like, well, and then because we were going through very specific type of therapy, it was really about like figuring out certain things that were happening
Yeah.
with me. And then I had this one sort of breakthrough that was very emotional that I don't think I would have been able to access if I had any distraction. So like it allowed me to see things much more clearly. And then within 6 months, I was like, I didn't care about my phone. I didn't care about like if I was going to go out and meet my girlfriends. I wasn't like that thing where I'm like, oh, I wonder if so-and-so would be there, or
Yeah.
like, ooh, we should maybe call up so-and-so and then do that. You know, there was no desire for me to be doing anything that had anything to do with potential, you know, flirtation.
Right.
So, then when I was doing that, and I remember my therapist a year later was like, okay, I think you can flirt again. I was like, what? I can flirt? And he's like, yeah. I was like, what does that mean? He's like, how do I flirt? I like forgot. And then I remember like all these guys would start texting and I'd be like, I didn't have the same attachment to it anymore. It just went away.
It
was like, I didn't get that like, ooh, you know,
Right.
I was just like, oh, no, it just didn't have the same like pull.
Interesting.
It sort of became, and then the guys that I would normally have been like, ooh, was like, nope.
That's
It was
incredible.
pretty amazing.
So you
Yeah.
lasted the year.
Oh yeah, I'm very disciplined.
Damn.
Yeah, it was good.
1 year.
1 year, and yeah,
It's pretty
And
incredible.
then I was a lot longer because I was so happy single. I was single for like 3.5 years.
Being single is incredible if you're like in the right place and like you're mentally focused on yourself. You're like,
So
I
great.
am fucking great. I don't need anyone. And that's where you want to get to when you're single. Like
I love it.
I have empathy
love
for
it.
women that when you get through out of a relationship, you almost have those withdrawal symptoms of like, oh my God, I'm used to having a partner. I'm used to having them here. And then
Yeah.
you get good at being alone. You're like,
And I don't think if I would have done that, if I didn't do that, I would never have ended up with Danny, you know?
let's talk about Danny.
Yeah, because Danny, like, he's just such a good man. And I'm not so sure I was like attracted to the good man. I mean, I was attracted to good men,
Right.
but like, you know, that the uncomplicated
Right.
kind of, I liked a feisty, wild type. And whereas Danny has that in him, his values are very sturdy, and he's such a lovely person. And I would have never, I think, allowed that in if I didn't take those 3 years of just being so happy in my life alone.
But I think that's a great thing for like all the women listening to think about. It's like when you're single, you get anxious of like, okay, like I need to find who's my next person. Like, oh my gosh, like my clock, like what am I going to do? And it's like, if you just chill, half the time when you get to the end, you're like, oh, I don't need anyone. Like they got to be fucking great if I find someone.
There's this really funny, like I see, I of course get fed all these like Aries
Love
memes. And there's this one where they're like, I'm an Aries, of course I da. Like, and there was one person who goes, oh, what was it? Like, I'm an Aries, like, of course I love to be in relationships. And then he's like, you like me back? Like, and just runs in the other direction. And I think there's a little bit of like the Aries thing, which is like, we like newness.
Yeah.
Adventure, you know, like excitement.
Yeah.
So like the sort of good man, like solid relationship is like Aries, I think a little bit in our head of like, a little bit like, is this gonna like, is there gonna be something that's gonna keep this interesting, or is this the rest of my life? And I think a lot of like fire signs would relate to this. And so for me, that those 3 years was like, oh, I'm actually like really I loved being without, because I was so happy alone. Like that sort of like excitement thing was like, that's actually not really,
you don't need it.
What's gonna,
You're like, I'm exciting.
yeah,
I excite myself.
That's right. It's like, I can create my own newness.
You and Danny had known each other for 15 years before you guys got together?
I met Danny when I was 23, pregnant with Ryder, and Danny was in high school. Yeah.
Who made the first move?
Danny. Yeah. He was very, very slow burn.
Oh,
So slow. I was like, this is weird. Like, is this like a thing, or is this like not a thing? You know? He's really cute. He's really great.
that's so cute.
I know. He's the best. I honestly, like, I'm just, it's like, I'm so happy.
Good for you. Because I think it's like incredible when you find, I love when you find people in your life that you like. I can tell you're like, you're glowing when you talk about him.
I could just like, you know, I really believe that there's a lot of different people in your life that you could have, right? It's like the options are endless.
Yeah.
When people are like, I can't find anybody, I'm like, you're not looking in the right places. Like there's somebody for everybody. You have to just be open to it. And it has to, and you have to let the expectation go.
Yeah.
Like he's not going to look the way you want him to look. And he's might not, you know, all this, like, this is my vision board. Like, be comfortable if the person on your vision board is the opposite of who the guy you end up falling in love with is. Because I really believe that like part of what stops us from experiencing like great love is that we are shrinking the idea down to something really small. And so we're not open to.
Right. Like you may be with someone that's right in front of you, but you're like, but that's not what I wanted. And you're like, but if it's right, it's right.
Yeah.
Like don't run away just because it's not your vision board, bitch. Like throw out Pinterest.
That's right.
Like,
that's right. But it's good to have vision boards. I like it. But like, but like be open to something totally different.
What does independence look like for you in a relationship?
Great question. Oh, this question's so important. I think like it's so hard because communication. I think in order to be truly have like independence, you have to be good communicators, because everyone's idea of their needs are so different, you know? And I am very independent. It's the other thing about Danny. He's so like, he just like lets me
be you.
Be me. And it's like, I could be like, I really want to go out with my girlfriends tonight and I really want to be with you. He'd be like, go babe, go. And I could like be out till 4 a.m, end up on some thing and come back and be like, oh my God, I had the craziest night. I did it. And he's just like totally okay with it. Like in a good way. He loves when I'm happy. And if it's the other way around, I'm like,
why were you out?
Hold on a second.
What were you up to?
4 a.m?
What could you have been doing?
Whose car did you end up in?
No, literally.
No,
same.
but but I really did like, but like, independence is like what works for you. Like what might work for me doesn't work for him. So in order for me to feel independent, I think you have to communicate what that is. Like my thing is, I just want to be told, you know, like just tell me that you're, you know, where you are, like tell me what you need and then I'm good. What I have a hard time with like not knowing.
Right.
Some people are fine with not knowing. They're much more comfortable with that, secure with it. My thing's like, if you tell me that you're going to call me at 11, but you call me at 2, like that's going to not create independence for either of us.
No, I think it's a great point.
I could talk about this shit all day long. I love it.
I could talk to you forever because I love having insightful conversations where we don't have the same background. So I'm interested to hear like, ooh, like what is your take on this?
Yeah, I'm also like a full disclaimer. I should just wear like, I don't know what I'm talking about.
No, me either, but
like,
it's fine.
It's like, for me, I'm also like, I'm saying this, but I also am very happy to be wrong.
No, about like women should run the world. So like, okay. This album, I think it's incredible because like I said, you have an incredible voice, but the songwriting is phenomenal. And knowing that you said you have like hundreds of songs, just so like in your house, how did you decide what you were going to put into this album?
We just started fresh. Okay. There was no like, I mean, there's 2 songs on there that I wrote before I started writing with Linda. And then after we got out of the studio writing with Linda Perry, who's a writer on a lot of it, we went back, Dan and I went back and we kind of, you know, restructured 2 other songs that I had written before that. But it's all like of that time. Yeah. You know, so.
Well, that's why I'm like listening to like the push and pull and moving on. Like there's a lot. That's why I wanted to talk to you about you. And I think that's when people connect the most with lyrics, when they get to know someone more. And I'm telling you, my fans fucking love music. So they're gonna be like, okay, now that we know Kate more, the lyrics will.
Honestly, it's like it's like, because I waited so long to put something out, it was really important that it was reflective. So that there was like, for me, that it was where I'm at now, but that there's the story of sort of, you know, a life well loved. And whether that be with my son or whether it be in past relationships that didn't work out, or where I'm at now with my Romeo, which is, you know, and that's just Danny and I wrote that together. But like, you know, that kind of the freedom in that song, you know, and I have always been a hopeless romantic, and I'm going to take the word hopeless out of it because I actually feel that I'm a hopeful romantic, you know. It's like, and the hardest songs for me to write are the hopeful ones. And that was so important for me in this because I'm so like, my brain loves a depressing song. Yes. Like I mean, if you go into my vault of music, it's just, there's so much depressing shit in there. It's crazy. And it will come out at some point.
Okay, good.
I really like,
we need a good cry, Kate. We need a good cry.
But like for me with this, I wanted it to feel like what the album title is. Like there's to love fully is a glorious experience, and it comes to you in so many different ways. Yeah. And like we're talking about, like if you're open to it, then you're I think you're living a really like well loved life, as long as you're a good person, you're treating people respectfully, and you're honest. Yeah.
No, I can't thank you enough for coming on. Like I had such a fabulous time getting to know you, and I'm so excited that I got to sit with you for this long to like talk about all the girl things, but talk about the music because it is intertwined. Like you said, like this album is about love and like the experiences that you've had. And I think it's inspiring, honestly. I think some people feel like constrained to like, that was the one love of my life. You can have so many loves of your lives, and you can have so many loves, and you can love people in different ways, and you shouldn't look back at your past in a negative way. Like every chapter is a new chapter, and just like lean in and have a good time.
Yeah. And like Gonna Find Out is like about not wanting a relationship.
Right.
You know,
Single
it's about being in that, for 3 years. You know, that's kind of like a song about when you just want to like, when you don't, that like little like spark that you have with someone where you're just like, is this going to go down?
Okay, last question, then I know you have to go. What is your
By the way,
favorite song?
I have to go make out with a guy. I have one scene to do today.
Stop.
I'm making out with a total stranger.
What?
I've been like really stressing about this.
Oh my God, and you're coughing.
I have COVID.
No, fuck.
I'm not telling him.
Wait, you have to make out? Like full make out
I
tongue?
have to like make out with this random guy.
How long? How many
You
takes?
will see it on Netflix at some point.
Stop.
Yeah, I don't know, but I've been like having anxiety over this.
How do you get
I've never
mentally prepared for that? You just
I don't know. What I do is I'm channeling Emma Stone in
Poor things.
Poor Things.
Poor things.
Poor
Okay.
Things.
You're
Jesus
channeling Emma
Christ.
Stone. Poor things.
If she could do that,
You can do this.
I can do this.
Come on.
You know what I mean?
Like,
I can
get
make
out
out with
there.
some random guy
Easy.
and yeah. So
Well, thank you so much for coming on. This was truly so fun.
This
You're
was so
fabulous.
fun.
Thank you.
What is up, Daddy Gang? It is your founding father, Alex Cooper, with Call Her Daddy.
Amaya Papaya, welcome to Call Her Daddy.
Oh my God, thank you for having me, the Alex Cooper.
No, I'm so excited to meet you. I feel like I've been watching you for like months now, and now to get to meet you in person, it
Yes.
feels pretty surreal, honestly.
Oh my God.
Okay, you are straight from Fiji to the
Yes.
studio. You just won Love Island. How the
Yes.
fuck are you feeling?
Man, I'm feeling so overwhelmed with gratitude. It's nothing but positive feelings, but I really do feel seen and validated.
Truly, like America fell in love with you and you became a fan favorite like pretty quickly early on. But did you feel that way in the villa, Amaya?
Girl, we were all so isolated.
Yeah.
And it really got to the point where I was like, I felt so misunderstood. And I'm like, wait, is there something wrong with me? Like, what am I doing wrong? Because in the real world, when you're feeling like that, you could easily just block someone. But while being there, you have to like be around certain situations. So
Do you usually block people?
I'm the person who'd be like, okay, you know what? Bye. Peace out. Block.
You're heavy on the block.
I'm heavy on the block, girl. I probably have so many people blocked that I don't even remember why. Maybe they didn't like the way my cat looked, and I'm like, you know what? Block.
Wait, you have cats?
Yeah.
How many? I didn't know if you were talking about your cat or your kitty cat.
Oh.
Wait, how many cats do you have?
I have two. So Romeo and Luna.
Oh my God, I'm obsessed. We, first of all, have to talk about the sweats.
I love
Sensitive Gangsta.
sensitive gangsta.
Made in honor of you. Can you explain to me, like, what is the story behind you calling yourself a sensitive gangsta? Because that literally is like the most viral fucking thing.
That's crazy. Okay, yeah. So sensitive gangster is just someone who's very in touch with their feelings and isn't afraid to emote. Is that the right
Yep,
word?
yep,
Yeah, okay.
yep.
To just show it. And gangster is just like, okay, these tears, don't let them fool you, baby. I'll cry while still holding my own toes down. Like, I'm still very grounded, but I'll probably just be crying in the process of standing up for myself.
That's literally the perfect definition. Someone changed that in the fucking dictionary. Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Brooklyn. Shout out to Biggie.
How would you have described yourself as a kid?
I would definitely say I was the kid who would literally just follow people in the park and be like, hi. And then my favorite thing to do in the swings was to make the swings. You know when you tie the swings up, I'll just be there like, yeah, it's like getting so dizzy. But I definitely used to always like just, even if the conversations didn't include me, guess what? I'm inserting myself into a sandwich. Like, hi.
Amaya, I'm obsessed with you. Okay, who was your celebrity crush growing up?
My celebrity crush growing up, I would definitely say, I have a few.
Okay, name them, bitch.
I would definitely say Jacob Elordi. Yes, especially when he played Nate. I was like, oh.
Okay, he was like I love how you're saying specifically when he played Nate. That's like a little.
Yeah.
Do you like a bad boy?
No. We did not like Nate. We just like how he looked as Nate. We do not stand with Nate, okay? Oh my God.
I love the clarification.
Yeah.
Okay, what superlative do you think you would have gotten in high school?
What's that?
No, a superlative is like you would have been like the class clown. You were made to be famous. You were the most talkative. You would have been known to live in your mom's basement for the rest of your life. You were going to be a professional singer. Like, what do you think people would have labeled you as?
Okay, I would definitely say most talkative. Like, to the point where sometimes the teachers would have to like make me sit outside the room. They're like, but shut the fuck up. But God forbid I want to yap. I'm a yapper.
I love that for you. Okay, what made you want to become a nurse?
So I definitely just the caring side, and I'm a big empath, and I also just felt like I definitely do want to take my education more up. Like I want to go back to school for my PhD, so I could eventually become a professor for nursing students. But yeah, I was just like, when it came down to making the decision of what career path I wanted to go, there was no question. I was like, Nurse Amaya, cute and caring.
Wait, I'm dying.
Yeah.
I would imagine, I think all of us would be so happy if we got you as our nurse.
Aww.
Watching you walk in and smile. Like, I thought about that. Like, when do you think you're going to go back? Are you going to go back to work?
I definitely do see myself but still becoming a nurse. But the thing is, it's like, with my patients, I'm such a bit like, girl, if my patients are crying, I'll probably like shed a tear and just be there for them, because you have to keep in mind that I'm with people on their worst day, like when they're feeling sick. So I want to be the person, the sunshine of their rainy day. Yeah.
I'm fucking obsessed with you. Okay, if you're going out with your girlfriends in New York, what are you doing? What's like your dream night out plans?
Girl, first of all, I love a girl's night out, okay? Dressing up in heels, going to a truffle pasta restaurant. But yeah, so it definitely will be all of us dressing up in heels, going to a nice restaurant, and going to a lounge. Like, I love a speakeasy. I love a dynamic like this where we're able to actually hear each other compared to like, girl, what you said? What did he do?
That's so real. You're like, I can't hear one fucking thing. You're just nodding, pretending you know what the fuck they're saying.
Yeah.
Okay, what was your longest term relationship?
My longest term was my first boyfriend. We were together for almost 4 to 5 years, 16 to 21.
Oh my God, why did it end?
Affairs.
No.
And like him being unfaithful. And after a while, like a girl, there's a reason why my standards are the way they are now. Because sometimes you have to just go through some shit. So like, girl, a laxative was taken for real. I went through some shit, okay? So now I am who I am now.
That was actually hilarious.
No, seriously.
Wait.
Explosive diarrhea.
How did you find out? I'm sorry, I'm not laughing about you getting cheated on. I'm laughing at you saying explosive diarrhea. How did you find out that he cheated?
I mean, there would be girls DMing me to let me know. Sometimes your girl went through the phone. I'm traumatized with the phone now. I'm like, please turn it away.
Dude.
But yeah. Mm-hmm.
And how, after you found, like, how did you have the courage to end it? Because I'm assuming you saw like a couple things, and then how did you know you needed to put an end to it?
At a certain point when behavior just weren't changing.
Yeah.
Like, and then it started to make me feel like I needed to question myself. And like, am I pretty enough? And like, what is there wrong with me? But babe, there's never nothing wrong with you. You're just with the wrong person.
Facts. Mm-hmm. What do you think it's like to date you?
I really do think it's very entertaining to date me. I'm always saying like the most randomest things ever. But I am definitely like a very nice girl. Like, I definitely want to, after a long day, babe, tell me about your day. Like, I want to listen to you and make sure that you feel seen and cared for.
Do you have a type?
You know what? Like, of course, like, I want to be attracted to someone, but it's the personality that would make me more attracted to someone. So once that personality and I start seeing certain colors, I'm like, where's my exit out?
Yeah.
And then on to the next.
Personality starts first. If you could create a dream man, what would he be like? What would he look like? And what would he do for work?
Okay, so I would say he definitely has to be taller than me. It was just not hard to find. Your girl's only like 5'3", but definitely like I like somebody over 6 feet. I like somebody who's tatted up. That tattoo, like I feel like tattoos is another way of somebody like expressing their creative style. Like I find that beautiful. And a strong man, but not too strong. Like, you know, like somebody who I don't like the whole like. Can you like looks like they're about to pop sometimes. Like, so
fucking
strong,
real,
but not that strong.
Right?
Yeah.
Where like you literally like go to the gym 5 times a day.
Yeah.
Like chill. Okay, what is your biggest turnoff?
My biggest turnoff is men speaking badly about other women. Like, seriously. Especially if they're always, like, talking bad about your ex. Babe, was she really the problem or were you the problem?
Call Her Daddy is brought to you by T-Mobile. Have you ever met someone and they're the total package, right? Well, that's what it's like being with T-Mobile. You will not believe what you can get with Magenta Status, Daddy Gang. First off, it's amazing coverage, okay? You're connected wherever life takes you. At home, overseas, in the air, even off the grid. Plus, you get unbeatable value from day one. And that's not even the best part. You can get perks on travel, dining, concerts, streaming, and more. With T-Mobile, you're a member with Magenta Status from day one, Daddy Gang. So experience amazing value, next level connectivity, and access to exclusive benefits. With T-Mobile, you can have it all. No more settling. We do not settle, Daddy Gang. I love having T-Mobile because it means I have access to Wi-Fi on planes, which is without a doubt necessary right now. Even as I'm heading off to a random trip, I'm like, boom, tuning in, boom, thank you, T-Mobile. Plus, with Magenta Status, there are amazing restaurant perks. And when I'm in a new city, I always want to try and just get the best local cuisine. So experience Magenta Status at T-Mobile.com/benefits. You need to tell me about the moment that you found out that you were going on Love Island. Who were you with? Where were you? What was your reaction?
So basically, I was with my mom. I was taking her away for her birthday, actually, in Curacao. So it was just like a very me, mommy and daughter moment. And then I get the phone call and they're like, yeah, so you're definitely coming. And I'm like, what? Like, this is insane. My mom didn't even know what Love Island was or is. So I was just like, listen, there's some scenes that you might have to turn your head away for, but girl, I'm excited to like do the show, do the whole experience.
Did you apply or did they find you?
So they did find me.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they sent me a DM. So yeah.
They slid in your DMs.
They slid in the DMs. It go down in the DMs.
Wait, and Amaya, were you a fan of Love Island?
So I never watched a full season.
Okay.
But I feel like once you watch enough TikTok clips, you feel like you know everything that's going on. So I was definitely the one on TikTok like, oh, wait, he did what? But I was so invested.
Got it. Yeah, I mean, it is like a full commitment to actually watch a full season.
Yeah.
You watch like 30-something, 40 hours of your life is gone, but it's worth it. Trust me, it was worth it. Okay, most contestants, I feel like, have their family or their friends take over their social media while they're gone. You had no one in your accounts. Why?
To be honest, that was just the last thing I thought or cared about. Like, I honestly really did not care, like, for doing that. I was like, you know what? Let me just go and just really indulge in the whole experience. Like, you know, it was just like, it didn't cross my mind.
Which makes, I think, a lot of people love you even more because I think they're like, okay, this bitch never was in it for the clout.
Oh, hell to the no. Like, literally, I was like, once they took my phone away, I'm like, okay, mom, I'm not getting kidnapped.
You're like more worried, like, mom. So it's called Love Island. One more time. I'm going to be over here in Fiji if you need to contact me. Bye. Were your friends aware of how big the show is? Like, were they excited for you?
Yeah. So my best friend, especially, she was like, girl, oh my God, this is amazing. But I also was single for the first time in a very long time, like for more than a year. And I felt like really confident in myself. So it was a good place of solitude and just me being okay by myself. So then that's when I was like, okay, I'm definitely ready to start dating, you know?
It's a pretty good way to start dating again.
Yeah.
Okay. You come into the villa as a motherfucking bombshell.
Grenades.
Girl.
A good grenade.
A good grenade. Wait, let's clarify. Yes, a good grenade. But like, Amaya, you have to explain to me, how the fuck would you hype yourself up right before you walk out and have to like make out with all these guys and go into this challenge?
Well, first of all, that is the first time I ever done something like that. My sherry definitely was popped. But like, seriously, it was just self-affirmations every day. Like, I was so nervous. I don't know if you guys could tell, but I was like, you got this, you got this, you got this. So yeah, I was just hyping my own self up and just telling myself, do not fall, do not like do anything too crazy, but definitely just go all in.
Are you able to like take a shot before you go out, or you're dead sober?
Girl, I am sober as hell. Like, I had to do all of that sober with no tequila, no Don Julio Agafurio. Like, it was literally just me doing me. Yeah.
Raw dogging it.
Raw dogging it. No condoms.
Holy fuck. That's why like I have so much respect for all of you women in these challenges, because I'm like, oh my God, I would have to get into a serious fucking place in my head to go twerk on someone and make out with like 5 guys and be dead ass sober.
Seriously.
Okay, how much do the bombshells get to watch before you go in? Like, were you aware of who was coupled up with who at that point?
So I was able to watch like a clip of some scenes, but not the full gist of it. And especially since I got on like early on in the beginning, I think it was like day 3 for me, or day 4. I only got to see the beginning. So I didn't really see like how serious certain dynamics were at the time. Very clueless.
Okay, you come in, who do you immediately have your eye on?
Jeremiah with his symmetrical face. He has such a symmetrical face. Like,
I never thought about it like that.
he really does.
So do you.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay, I have a bad ear here that I'm hiding away.
Stop, you literally did your hair today.
I was like, wait, hold on. There's a reason why this side is always getting the side that's pooped.
That's why we put her in this chair today. We didn't switch because we love her left ear, not the right ear. Wait, I'm dead. Okay, so immediately you were attracted to Jeremiah because his symmetrical face.
Yes, I was like, oh, this man is tall, like, you know, very symmetrical, he's handsome.
I'm fucking dying. Okay, did you feel like you were able at all to like connect with him in that moment because of how kind of serious like Huda and Jeremiah were in the beginning?
Yeah, I mean, it was a very good smooch. And I was like, okay, let me see what happens from here on out. Like, I'm like really down to conversate with him, but we also don't beg, okay, baby? I'm a jogger, but we don't be chasing for these men out here. So once I just wanted to see how the conversations would go. And if it was just going left, I would have been like, all right, thank you, next.
Obsessed. Your first real then connection was with Ace, and bitch, that did not last fucking long. That was like in and out real fucking quick.
Dude, and then now burgers outside. You already know, baby. We were in and then out. Like,
dude, it was so quick. It was like, oh my God, why do you think it fell apart so quickly?
you know, boundaries. Boundaries and babe, like, okay, no, but to be fair, to be serious, it's just like, you know, that's the whole point of the experience. The more you conversate with somebody, you see if there's a real connection there, and if you and this person, what is the word, complement each other, like compatible, compatible. So it turned out that, girl, like, we were just not compatible in a romantic way. We were just
it almost felt like not even compatible. It was like, he in the beginning, I think a lot of people on the internet were like, oh my God, this man is giving like he really doesn't fuck with you, and it was all off of you just saying, like, calling him babe. just babe. It did not fuck with him. Like, why do you think that bothered him so much?
I mean, to be honest with you, like, to each their own. Everybody has their own boundaries. However, it was just like, that's really part of my lingo. And I know he did ask the question of like, do you usually call your partners babe or something like that? And I just gradually said yes. I was like, yeah, but like, I guess he thought I was being disrespectful when I'm not going to change who I am or change the way I speak. So like, it's really hard to not have a normal conversation with you because now I feel like I have to think about everything I say.
Totally. You want to be yourself, and if it doesn't work for someone, you're getting the fuck out.
Exactly.
Done. Throughout this season, I feel like a huge conversation online was Ace was kind of like really criticized for trying to be like the leader of the villa. How did you guys feel in the villa? Like, did he feel like this big leader, or was that kind of just like portrayed online differently?
To be honest with you, like Ace just has a very like strong personality, and he's the type of person that if he feels a type of way, he would definitely speak up on it. So I think that's what it was more about, like compared to some other people, they were very quiet or more of a follower, or like, you know, well, not like a follower essentially, but
I get it. Like not as outspoken and like speaking up about certain things that are upsetting him. Do you think, because I think like I even felt this way watching it, like do you think there was any part of Ace that voted out Jeremiah because he kind of saw him as like this threat of like man to man, like I'm kind of competing with this person?
Yeah. So I was trying to get like, you know, the tea during the villa of like, wait, what's going on? Like, what's the beef? Like, why is there like a back and forth between him and Jeremiah? But the guys just personally, from what they said, they felt as if Jeremiah was just it wasn't there for the right reason.
There was a huge rumor online that Ace and Shelley had secretly been dating before going on the show. We know they met and they acknowledged that, but people were like convinced there was something more outside of the villa. What was your take on that whole thing?
To be honest with you, I believed Shelley when she said that her and Ace like definitely like met outside of the club once. But from what it seemed like, it didn't really seem like they really knew much of each other like before that. I guess it was just that one interaction, probably sliding in the DMs once again, that goes down in the DMs. But I don't think they were like dating.
So it didn't feel like they were playing a game.
No.
And can you clarify, like, because I think maybe it was like Jeremiah or Ace or someone said this on In Press, like a bunch of you kind of low-key knew each other from social media. Is that fair to say?
So it's so funny because I knew of Shelley before going into the villa. We worked with the same photographer before, so he would always post their content, and I'm like, oh wait, like I would hype her up. She's a gorgeous woman. So going into the villa, keep in mind, me and her have never hung out before. I was like, are you slim thin? Like, girl, I know you. Like, we follow each other. So we knew of each other. And yeah, it wasn't like...
Okay. So she was the only person you knew of?
Yeah.
Okay. That's good. Okay. There was a lot of speculation. Can you confirm, is Ace actually 5'10"?
Man, I'm really bad with height.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'3".
So he was taller than you?
Yes, he was taller than me.
But shorter than Huda?
No!
Wait, how tall is
Huda's 5'2".
Wait, she is?
Yeah.
Online it says Huda is 5'9".
No, she is not. She is nowhere near 5'9".
Okay, so maybe he's like 5'8".
5'8", yeah.
5'8". Okay. Coming in as a bombshell obviously can put women on edge. What was it like? Like, was it hard for you to make friends immediately?
You know, I would have to say the first couple of days were tough a little bit, you know, just coming in as a bombshell, like you said, people could be uneasy with that, or sometimes they already are in a couple. So it's kind of like you're taking away their quote unquote man or boo. So yeah, I remembered like the first couple of nights where I was sleeping, I like cried myself to sleep, and then somebody in the bedroom was like, is someone crying? And I'm like, no, it's just my allergies, bro.
No.
God forbid a girl has allergies. I was like in the bed, like just crying in bed, and then somebody was like, who is doing that? And I'm like, oh, bro, it's just allergies. Waking up with my face all puffy because I'm just sensitive, like honestly, like, and obviously like after a while it didn't feel like that like anymore, but especially with the argument between Ace and I and how I was probably portrayed, it was just like, damn, man, like I'll just go to my corner and be my own best friend.
Dude, that makes me so sad for you. I wish I could have like hugged you while you're like sniffling. That makes me so sad. I think a big moment, obviously I know you and Huda are in a good place now, but when you first came into the villa, the tensions were high. And were you surprised at all by her reaction with the Jeremiah thing and you at all?
Like surprised in a way. It was like, damn, like she really has strong feelings for him, you know, like, and I would always stand up for myself. So I don't think to be like confrontational or anything like that, but I definitely will hold my own ground. But just seeing how serious they were, I was like, damn, like, okay, you could, like, that's yours.
That's yours.
Yeah.
We saw her venting about you to the other girls saying, quote, that bitch is fucking messy. Did you know that?
No.
So after the challenge and you guys like kissing, she talked to the girls and was like, that bitch is fucking messy. Did she ever say anything to you about your situation with Jeremiah or no?
No, not really. I mean, I remember one time we were getting dressed in a dressing room, and this was like day 2 for me. And the girls were just asking me, like, who are you going to talk to? So then I like slowly named the guys, and there was like a mic drop moment where I was like, and I'm gonna talk to Jeremiah. And then I just like looked at her straight in her face because she was like sitting on the floor doing her makeup to like see like what she'll say. And she was like, you can talk to him, you can explore him. So man, I like messy. Baby, we cleaned up that mess. Where's the broom? The broom was in the corner waiting for me.
I think a lot of people thought, like, especially online, because we're not in the rooms with you guys, thought like, wow, Huda is intimidating. Like, we saw there was a moment with Nick where he was like, I'm so intimidated by you. Like, when you are in Huda's presence, like, is she intimidating? Like, what's the vibe?
Girl, she is the funniest girl I have ever met. Like, the nicest girl. Very motherly, you know? She is a great mommy. So she just has that very nurturing side to her. And I know we did start it off in the rocky place. But, girl, sometimes friendships, the great friendships are like, starts from that. And eventually with time it just was clear that we were really misunderstood, me and her, which made us bond to each other even more. Like like if we just felt like nobody really understood how deep we are with our feelings, so we just bonded off of that, like going on forward.
That makes sense, because I feel like a lot of watching of the villa, like you can tell there's certain people that gravitate towards each other. And I agree. I felt like you and Huda weren't that close in the beginning, but towards the end, you guys, even if we see like a shot of you guys behind whoever they're like filming, you guys are together talking, eating together. Like you guys kind of really got together, but I didn't know why. And that makes a lot of sense, because you guys had kind of similar situations in a way. Sure. Okay, we have to talk about another one of the biggest conversations online was what the fuck went down in the heart rate challenge. Amaya, everyone is like, did Huda take it too far? None of us were there. We couldn't see the angle. Do you think she took it too far with Ace?
I mean, listen, whenever we do challenges, we just really go all in. Like, we don't have a TV, we don't have our phones. This is our entertainment. Like, we're like, okay, we're in an amusement park. Let's just go for the ride. So, seriously. And listen, one thing about my girl is she's a great dancer. She knows how to, when she shakes that booty, it's an earthquake following through. So, I believe that she really just had fun and lost in the moment, like lost in the sauce. Like she's just having fun, you know?
Yeah. She's twerking. It's all going down.
I definitely don't think like she should have been like attacked or.
Because I think a lot
it's just a challenge. It's just a challenge.
It's just a challenge. It's just a challenge until is it not a challenge? What's happening? I think what happened, because you guys don't get to see the edits that we watch, was like she got on top of him. And then basically why there was this conspiracy theory was we see her flip around, her ass is in his face, and then the next shot it's cut and she's like getting up. So everyone is convinced that she put her ass in his face.
Dude.
Can you confirm or deny?
My mouth was to the floor watching the whole performance. I was also mesmerized by the booty. I was like, damn, there's a lot going on. I think it was definitely like face down, ass up, jiggly, like.
Do you think Shelly was in the right for being upset, or was it taken too far?
I would have to say I kind of a little like get Shuddy's point in a way, you know, like, okay, I guess you guys are having the strongest connection currently. But since you guys aren't officially closed off yet, then it's like fair game.
Facts. Okay, I need to know, back to when I had asked you earlier, did you guys get to take shots? Is there music playing in this heart rate challenge, or is it dead fucking silent?
We listened to the same song for like,
No.
I think 2 to 3 times.
No.
Yeah.
Wait, can you play it for me and like sing it?
Oh, girl, it was Nicki Minaj, Starships.
No.
Yes, let's shut this down.
Okay, wait, at least it's Nicki Minaj.
Yes,
I thought it was about to be fucking elevator music.
Oh, no. Oh my God, that would have been so, that would have been so funny. I think I would have not been able to take it serious.
It's like do 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 do, and you're like shake that
Shaking
ass. Okay, that makes me feel better that it's Nicki Minaj.
Yeah.
Like at least that's like kind of a fucking vibe.
Yeah.
Okay, after the heart rate challenge, it felt like a lot of the women's relationships kind of turned in the villa because things got really contentious. Like,
Yeah.
did you feel the change in the villa with the women after that challenge?
I definitely did feel like there was tension, especially after the whole Hella situation.
Yeah.
Like it was it was tense for a couple days.
Can I ask, like, did you feel like the villa was cliquey? Like, were there specific cliques?
I feel like we tried our best to interact with everybody, but I definitely would have to say like there's people who gravitated to each other more, just like the way I gravitated to Helen, like naturally, you know.
Before Huda, and like who else do you think you were closest with?
I would have to say me and Alandria have a great friendship. I remember like when the whole Ace Babe situation happened, I really did isolate myself. I was spending the whole day like crying, and she was really one of the main girls, just consoling in me and also making sure that my feelings are validated and I wasn't being like too much, you know. So I would definitely say her.
Yeah, I feel like Alandria like was so good at having really like calm, thoughtful conversations with the girls, and she was kind of sometimes like a grounding force where she would show up for someone even if she wasn't as close with them.
Yes.
Like obviously she like was ride or die for Shelly, and they were best friends, which is beautiful, but like she did put herself out there in moments because when she saw a girl was kind of down bad.
Yes.
AKA you in that moment.
100%.
Okay, you came in with Hannah, and the other girls ultimately sent her home during one of the voting sessions.
Yeah.
I know you weren't in those conversations because you were also up on the chopping block.
Yeah.
But why do you think, looking back, they made that decision?
Man, that was a really tough night. And everybody knows, like, Hannah, my bombshell sister, we both came in together. So it was like, damn, like, it was really insane. But from their point of view, they said that she already formed 2 strong connections before, and that she will like get sometimes tunnel vision like with the guy that she's currently in the couple with, and in regards to like not being as open. So they said that they wanted to keep me so I could have the opportunity to still possibly find my connection, which thank God I did. And with Iris, they said that they kept Iris because she just started to get to know TJ or something like that. Yeah.
Yep. Do you, I think a
Oh,
lot
wait, was it TJ or
I think it was
Jeremiah? It was one of the
one
guys.
of them at that point. Yeah. But like, what do you think about that? Because I think this season, was the first season that people were kind of being like penalized for having strong connections.
Yeah.
And then people were like voting people off that had strong connections, which I thought was the whole point of the show. But then the minute people had strong connections, people were like, okay, well then you're done. Get off the island. Like, it kind of was confusing. Like, did you guys have conversations more in depth that maybe we didn't see about like the way you guys were going to approach it?
So when it came down to every elimination, like everybody had a different standpoints in regards to how they want to go about it. They said that it relays more on the people who are standing up there and what's going on with that. But we all did discuss that if no one's officially closed off, we should be open. And if like that's not a conversation that was brought up, they would we all just agreed to staying open until anyone is officially closed off.
Okay, so I see. So it's like if you're not closed off, but you're acting closed off, then you're what's going on here?
Yes.
Because it's like then close off. So we're like, wow, you guys are in a relationship. This is beautiful. But if you're saying you're still open, but you're not actually fucking talking to people, then what's the deal?
Yeah, that's exactly the whole point.
Okay.
Because then it gets messy, it gets weird because and then you guys are acting closed off. So if a girl was to approach the guy that you're currently in a couple with, it will start some whole drama for her. You get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, out of the guys in the villa, who would you say was your closest friend?
You know, me and Nick didn't really talk to each other at the beginning as much, but towards the end, Nicolata really became my brother. Like, he is such my brother. Like,
Have you seen the rumor that he wore a wig the whole season?
goodbye. Are you kidding me?
Oh my God.
Yo, what?
There is like a shot.
That is hilarious. I need to tell him this. This is hilarious.
There is like a shot of the girls' dressing room. And in front of one of the girls, you kind of see this like curly little bundle. And it looks kind of like Nick's head. And everyone's like, was that motherfucker putting a wig on this entire fucking season? I mean, there's no way.
There's no baby. I'm gonna double verify tonight. I'm gonna put tuck on his hair,
Nikki.
But no, he just has good curls.
Okay, that's so good. Okay, let's talk about your next connection, Austin.
Yes.
Okay, can you describe your time with him in 3 words?
Man, explosive. I would definitely say ecstatic, and then towards the end, surprising.
I fucking love you. Okay, you guys were coupled up right before Casa more.
Yeah.
Going into Casa, like, how much was Austin on your mind once you started exploring things with Zach?
So literally before I left to Casa Amor, me and Austin had a slight conversation of him wanting to take things slow and in a slower pace. And baby, we were already moving slow. No, like seriously, we wouldn't kiss outside of the challenges. We weren't really cuddling with each other. Every conversation we had was very just meaningful. So I'm like, moving slow. Babe, we're already in turtle speed. Like this is gonna take up I was just confused. So with him saying that to me, going into Casa Amor, I was like, yeah, I'm definitely going to just be open, you know?
You get into Casa Amor. Why do you think Zach ended up choosing you over Alondria at the Casa recoupling?
So during that time, from what he explained to me, he felt like we have more of a romantic connection. And in regards to him being with Olandria, he felt like it was more platonic. So that's what he told me.
Okay. Olandria was given a chance to stay in the villa by recoupling with Nick. How did you feel about the connection? Did you feel like it was genuine?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Really?
Especially with how they were in the villa prior to that, I feel like they definitely already had that friendship connection to begin with. So and then moving on forward, I know that him and her had smooches. So I'm like, okay, like I definitely love them together as a couple.
Okay, we need to talk about the Standing on Business challenge. Hidden Valley Ranch now comes in a new Easy Squeeze bottle. The same ranch you love, just in a new, easier to use bottle. New look, same great flavor. Hidden Valley Ranch is the original ranch, the brand that created ranch in 1954. Recently, Hidden Valley Ranch changed its packaging, moving from the original paddle bottle to new Easy Squeeze bottle. The new bottle offers a lot of benefits, including making it easier to just get the right amount of ranch out without making a mess and helping you get out every drop. Hidden Valley Ranch is America's #1 ranch. Visit walmart.com/Hidden Valley for a new Easy Squeeze bottle of Hidden Valley Ranch today. Hidden Valley Ranch, only serious about flavor. Okay, we need to talk about the Standing on Business challenge. Girl.
Sensitive gangster might come out. Hold on.
She's about to start crying again. I'm going to fucking cry for you. When you walked up to your mailbox, what were you expecting to see on your end?
I mean, I just really did. I was hoping that people would just be honest with me prior to that, because there was a lot of things I found out that night about how people felt that never once said it to my face. So with me, I'm not like that. I usually just say things to people how I feel. I don't wait for a challenge to do so. But I was preparing myself for the worst because of how things rolled out, especially in the first days.
Ace, Austin, and Zach all ganged up on you in this moment. And as a viewer, it was like,
Dude.
Amaya, it was so uncomfortable and upsetting to watch, especially just like as a woman, like woman to woman. I was like, somebody fucking go save this girl. How did it feel in that moment standing up there alone?
Oh my God. And plus, people were already not necessarily complaining, but just say I cried too much. So it's like, damn, how can I not cry right now? It was a really, really tough moment for me, to be honest with you. Like to just be on that podium and having nobody but myself at that moment. I'm like, you know what? I just really, it's on my plate. So I'm going to eat up and digest the food. And guess what? Thank you for spilling the tea on how it really feels. But it really did. I was blacking out. Like,
yeah, I can imagine like completely just dissociating in that moment because you're like, just stand here, try not to cry, try not to cry. Okay, I'm crying, try to hold it together, try to hold it together.
Yes.
Have you ever experienced anything like that situation in your real life ever?
To be honest, no. Because like once again, like I'm able to walk away and like block someone when I feel like there's a conversation is just leading to something horrible. But at that moment, I really just needed to embrace it and just stand on business, you know? And on top of that, I had no idea Zach felt that way. And that was the person I was currently in the couple with. So out of everybody, I was like, okay, at least I have somebody to stand up for me. But it was not him at all.
Okay, during the challenge, yes, the guys were basically accusing you of coming on too strong and being too much too soon. To have 3 men all be collectively saying that to you, like, why do you think all of them were that triggered by you?
I mean, my father loves to say that a strong, confident woman, especially a woman who's in touch with her emotions, would intimidate the cowards and people who are not vulnerable and open like that. So it's just more like, I never understood the coming off too strong part because I never groped anybody. I swear that I was like, I started to get so scared of how I felt like I was walking on eggshells. If I looked at somebody for too long, it was just like, yeah, bro, she wants to get married with me the next day. Like, we never spoke about marriage or kids talk. I never groped anybody. Like, they just really started to make me feel like I was just doing too much.
Right. So you're like, I'm not even gonna make eye contact with you.
Right.
Like,
Can I make eye contact with anybody? Or like me, my pinky toe touching their pinky toe is sex to them? And like, keep in mind, guys, we're on Love Island. We're supposed to be, I thought this was a kiss and dating show. And I can't even have my shoulder touching you now, bro. Like, seriously.
It's so facts. I was like, what is going on?
Like, I thought I was going crazy. I'm like,
yeah.
Did I not know what I signed up for? Like, I know I'm a very open sexual girl and love her smooches, but nobody wanted smooches there with anybody.
I will say I lost so much respect for all 3 of those men in that moment too, because I think there's one moment, yes, to voice your opinion.
Yeah.
But when you start to gang up on someone who is just standing there and getting it from every angle, like, read the room. Guess what? You're going to be on this island for a long time. You can have this conversation privately, but to publicly try to embarrass you, it just was so inappropriate. Throughout the season, you stood up for other women, but no one stood up for you in that moment.
Yeah. Like, honestly, I don't know if it was just more of them letting the conversation just be done and be finished. But yeah, it was just like me, particularly, especially like me, like at that moment. But I remember when I walked off, Hala and another islander, I think it was Sierra. Yeah, they came in to comfort me for a little bit. But no, it was my voice against 3 guys. And baby, this voice was loud, okay?
What do you wish someone of the girls just would have said?
all right, guys, like, take it easy. Like, calm down. Just calm down. It was really tough. But I'm telling you, like, out of this whole experience, my skin is so thicker now. Thicker than raw beef, okay? Like, or just burnt beef. Like, this skin is tough now, baby.
Wait, Amaya, if you actually, like, now thinking back, like, why do you think no one stood up for you?
Maybe they felt the same way, or maybe they just didn't want to get involved. Probably, I think that's what it was. They didn't want to probably get involved in the crossfire that was happening. But though I was taking the bullets like boom, boom, baby, I was KO. I had to walk away. I was game over. I was like, what the fuck? What the fucky is going on?
Had roles been reversed and you were sitting and one of your girls was up there literally like verbally getting the shit beaten out of her, what would you have said?
They would have heard me from across the room. I would have been like, actually, no, I have a question. Like, you're not going to be speaking to anybody like that, especially not one of my girls.
Okay, you mentioned, and let's get to it, someone did stand up for you and speak up for you in that moment. Mr. Brian, how did that change the way that you saw him?
I mean, like, initially, I always thought he was very cute, very, very handsome. But just hearing his voice, because I thought it was just like arguments and people just attacking me. And to the point where one moment I put my head down, I wasn't looking up. And then I heard him say, wait, hold on. And I looked up and I was like, my eyes just glowed, and I really did feel like he was my knight in armor that night, like just saving me. And after that, I did a double take, baby girl. I was like, what? Brian, you know what? I need to talk to you. Come over here.
You're like, Brian, I bet if I kind of grazed toes with you, you would be turned on, okay? And you wouldn't think I'm trying to fuck you, though. We could have a nice conversation. Right. Because you're a grown-ass man. Okay, what made you realize after, like, initial attraction and loving that he stood up for you, what made you realize you wanted to be in a couple with Brian?
So after the conversations just kept on being so flowy, and I felt like I was being my complete self around him without feeling tamed and without feeling like my wings are being clipped off. Like, it really just felt so natural. And I also felt like we had a lot of things in common. We come from the same background. So he, like, really do understands me in a different way, you know? So yeah, it really started off like from that.
Okay, how did the night in the hideaway help strengthen your connection, honey?
Oh, baby girl, it was steamy, all right? We were sweating. Like, it really was a great feeling to just have that private and intimate moment because, like, back in the villa, yes, you're able to have private conversations, but there's still people around. And, like, that just forced us to really be just us two. And, like, if we didn't want to conversate with each other, we have somebody else to conversate with. But now it was like, no, we actually do want to talk to each other. Like, we love talking to each other and being next to each other. And the next morning, before, like, heading back, I remember just sitting down by the jacuzzi with him, and we were just quiet. Like, it was beauty in the silence. Like, I really did feel like I found my best friend where I could yap away, or where we're having our quiet moments. It's like one of the best quality times with him.
That makes me so happy for you because I relate to you, and, like, I'm a yapper too.
Yeah.
I love talking and I could talk forever, but when you find someone that you can be so comfortable with that silence isn't awkward and you can just be still and yourself, that's a huge sign of, like, progress in a relationship, that you don't have to do the small talk. Okay, I have to ask, did he end up eating the kitty in the hideaway?
Eat that kitty in the hideaway. I said, eat that kitty. Well, he definitely took some advice. We had a great night.
You had a good time.
Yeah.
Did you feel like your physical chemistry was there?
Oh, 100%.
Love that for you. Okay. How often, aside from now the hideaway, like, how often were people actually, like, hooking up and fucking in the main room?
Dude, well, I don't know if it's like you guys caught on, but we did have a code word, journey. And it kind of traumatizes me now. Like, when somebody outside be like, oh, a journey, I'm like, how dare you? Clutching my pearls. But, like, if we had a code name, but people were having journey, so for sure.
And was it at all ever like awkward while you're all trying to go to bed and you're hearing like smacking noises?
Like, dude, I'm like, can I sleep? We already don't get enough rest around here. But you know what's like, as you should, baby girl.
Do you guys have sound machines or like earplugs?
The earplugs were not plugging. Like, listen, seriously, those were low quality earplugs because we were so able to like hear things. And I'm like, dude, okay. Especially if there's a couple right next to you.
I'm fucking dying. One of the biggest major turning points of the season that I think the internet truly felt, so I want to hear your take on it, was when America voted you as the most genuine and most trustworthy Islander.
Yeah.
As viewers, we felt like we watched everyone almost shift and kind of treat you really differently, Amaya, like after that moment. Did you feel the shift?
I felt the shift a little bit, for sure. I mean, it was just like, okay, now you want to talk to me? Like,
period.
You know, your girl be clocking it. We didn't have no watches over there, but baby, I clock certain tea. And it's like, don't talk to me now. I'm okay. School over. Like,
right.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like one of the things that was actually infuriating me personally was like seeing Zach literally tell you that he was basically like disturbed that you tried to kiss him.
Dude.
And then he's trying to climb up on that fucking daybed with you, being like, honey.
Girl, I was so confused. Somebody find me a map because I'm lost. Like, what the fuck? I mean, like, no, seriously. I was confused. He's a grown man. He couldn't tell me no. He kissed me. We were kissing back in Casa Amor. That's why it was, like, uncomfortable. Like, what?
Right,
That's
you're
a
like,
strong word.
You literally came at me at the fire pit during the challenge. You're saying how uncomfortable you are around me. You don't want to be with me. You don't like me.
Yes.
And then America is like, by the way, motherfuckers, let us remind you who the fuck is the favorite since none of you know.
Yeah.
We put you at number one and everyone, you see Ace's face and he literally is like,
Ha ha. Ha.
and everyone is like, oh my God, Ace and Zach specifically, it was like, let's watch you two try to figure out how to rearrange this narrative in your head. And let's see. And I was praying to fucking God you saw through Zach's bullshit.
Oh, I saw, girl.
Okay, good.
I don't have 20/20 vision, but I have 20/20 vision at that moment, okay? It was like, dude, why are you trying to talk to me now? And then also, I feel like when the guys were like ranking me, it definitely was just projection. Like, they didn't have I'm like, name the reason. Like, name an example. No examples were being able to made. Like,
that's so interesting.
Yeah, it was just projection.
You don't need to name names, but like, did you feel some of the women also kind of be a little bit nicer?
Some. Yeah.
Yeah. We don't need to throw shade, but we don't even need you to name it because as viewers, we clocked it. And I was like, Amaya, you better fucking stand on business now and remember who the fuck you are.
Period.
But I will say, I think, again, why America fell in love with you, Amaya, is because you can tell how genuine you are. The fact that you didn't tell that fucking Zach ass to be like, babe, we're done. Like, I know what game you're playing. You were still sweet to him.
Yeah.
You still even fucking apologized to him. I was gonna be like, Amaya,
girl,
no. You apologized to him.
Dude.
And Ace, I was like, girl, I have to just give you your flowers for a second, but also remind women, like, I think sometimes we are the first people to apologize in moments because we want to make situations just feel like, let's just appease people and let's make it easy and let's not make it awkward. But it's like, why did you speak to both of them that way?
Yeah.
Because they were disrespectful and pushed you to the point that you then had to go back and defend yourself.
Yes.
And then you're being made the one that feels like you have to apologize first.
Yeah.
Bitch, fucking no.
Girl. No, exactly.
No.
Seriously.
Another huge moment. There were so many fucking huge moments. I love how people are like, I don't know about this season. Like, how many big fucking moments? We can't even get through enough. And I still have so much more to talk to you about. Okay. A huge moment this season was when Sierra abruptly left the villa.
Yeah.
Can you talk to me just from your perspective as an Islander, what went down?
Dude, literally, we all started the morning together. And then out of nowhere, she did disappear. and we all were just asking where was Ciara. Like I remember asking, I was like, do you guys know where Ciara went? And then same thing with Nick. I was like, Nick, like where's Ciara? We all genuinely did not know. So we did not get the chance to say goodbye. We weren't able to see her pack her bags. It literally just happened in the flash of an eye. It felt like very unreal, like in a way. Like, what is going on?
Where were you guys when she clearly went and packed her bags?
We were all in the villa. Like we literally were all just hanging out.
You were like outside?
Outside.
Okay.
And she was gone. Like literally gone.
Now knowing, I have to ask, like why she left, how do you feel about it?
I definitely do think words matter and everyone should be respected, you know? So, like, I just hope that, like, she learns from her consequences, which, you know, she is a grown woman. So, like, hopefully moving on forward, it's just like, this should not be repeated, you know?
Yeah. Okay, we're going to play a game.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to give you a scenario and you tell me the first Islander that comes to mind. Okay. Who gave the best advice?
Best advice, first Islander. I would say Alandria.
Okay. Which Islander crashed out the hardest?
Besides myself, Hella.
Who was the fakest?
Ooh, a fakest. Man, Austin, Boston, because listen, where did this information come from, Austin? Shit.
Which guy was the best kisser?
Ooh, Brian.
Whose clothes did you steal the most?
Ciara's.
Which couple had the most sex in the group room?
Oh my God. Damn. Okay, wait. Helen and Jeremiah when they were together. Ha. Dude.
Whose elimination made you the saddest?
Oh my God, Charlie.
Which couple has the best chance of making it in the outside world besides you and Brian?
I would have to say Alandria and Nick.
Really?
Yeah. Because Iris and Pepe, I don't know, like I like nothing against like their relationship. I love them together, but Alandria and Nick families spoke about cookouts already and inviting each other's over to their household. So I really do think that they're going to be a good couple.
Call Her Daddy is brought to you by Tinder. Daddy Gang. You know that feeling of finding an amazing hole-in-the-wall restaurant when you're traveling to a foreign city? There is truly nothing better than having the best meal of your life surrounded by locals where nobody knows you're a tourist. Well, with Tinder's help, you can have more moments like that and get a true taste of the local life. Tinder's passport mode can be the best travel companion when you're looking for a local tour guide in any city in the world. Try Tinder Passport globally to connect locally during your travels or even before you start packing, all while making traveling to a new place feel easier. With Tinder's help, add more plans to your itinerary by matching with a local and setting a date to see the city through their eyes. Passport mode is also a great way to help immerse yourself deeper into the culture and have more authentic experiences while traveling. With Passport mode, there's so much to discover. Explore all of the possibilities for yourself. Tinder, it starts with a swipe. Download Tinder today. Okay, we're going to play a game. What is the weirdest place you've ever had sex?
CVS pharmacy. At the bathroom. In the bathroom. Not in public. Not in public. But it was in the bathroom.
What was going on?
We made sure that we didn't touch anything. Like, I touched the wall because I needed to stabilize myself. But we made sure that it was clean, okay? Literally, we went to CVS. I needed to buy some candy. And then we had one smooch. And then he was like, do you want to go to the bathroom? I'm like, okay. I guess it was exciting. It made it more exciting.
A CVS fuck. We love that.
Santa Claus, please bring me Christmas presents. I promise I wasn't that naughty.
Okay, what is the most unhinged thing you have ever done after a breakup?
Unhinged means like
you went a little crazy.
Dude. Fuck. There's a lot of moments. Let me think. Brain loading. Oh, I think I called my ex-boyfriend's mom, and I'm like, "What is son? How dare you raise a son like this?" And I'm
That's
like,
so good. When you
yeah.
call the mom,
I called
know.
the mom, baby. I usually always get my like boyfriends at the times like mom's phone number. But yeah, I'm like, wait, no, mama, sit down. We have to have a talk, okay? What in the world? Where went wrong? Was there any like childhood like situation that made him like this? Like, what is it?
That's so real. Put it on the mother. It's now your problem to take your
Yeah.
fucking son, your bitch ass son back. I'm done with his ass.
Right.
Okay, what is the craziest thing someone's ever asked you to do in bed?
In bed, to suck their toes. Like, ew. Guys, sorry, but ew, I'm never sucking a man's toes. Like, what? First of all, they don't even have that much good of a self-care, usually. And now you want me to suck your toes? Like, are they even washed? And, like, guys, let me show you this moment. I went to Miami, like, 2 years ago, and I was on a jet ski with someone, and I looked down, and he had the longest pinky toenail ever. I swear on my baby sisters, I got scared. I was like, I don't know if he use that like, as a weapon. Like, if somebody's coming to attack him, he'll like just slice somebody with the pinky toenail. But girl, it was long and strong. And ever since then, I kind of do have a little bit of an ache when it comes down to guys' toes.
Wait, were you hooking up with this man on the jet ski?
We were just on the jet ski, right? And we were supposed to hook up. But when I tell you, I was like, girl, bring me back to shore right now. This is not okay. How the fuck you fit your feet in the sneakers? Seriously, with that long toenail, it was like this. I had so much questions.
Wait, Amaya, when someone asked you to suck their toes, what did you say to them?
Oh, hell no. I'm like, don't ruin the moment right now, my love. Like, everything's going smooth, like butter. And now you're going to come here with the kitchen knife and just slice me up. Like, hello, calm down. No, relax, my guy.
What is the most embarrassing thing you've ever done during a night of drinking?
Dude, oh my God. Guys, this was when I was like 21. Too much margaritas, just started drinking. Your girl started freestyling rapping on a date. And keep in mind,
Wait, what?
I started to freestyle rap on a date on our way back home, and it was a 1-hour car ride. So it's not like I just did one thing. I was just yapping, talking to myself, and then at first I thought he liked it, but then I go on Twitter, and I seen that one, he blocked me on Twitter from seeing a tweet, and then 2, my friend sent it to me, and they're like, bro, he just shitted on you. He was like, what would you do if a girl raps the whole entire car ride? And everybody was like, jump out the window. I'm like, oh my God.
Wait, you have to give me, from any recollection you have, a little rap. Give me a little something.
Dude, okay, so like,
You're like, we're driving. I'm driving. Ooh,
right.
Ooh, and you're like,
the
hit it.
margaritas is feeling nice. So it was literally like the Fat Joe lean back instrumental.
Yeah, give me it.
It was like, my name is Amaya, a little girl with a big dream, never get down on her knees if you know what I mean.
Meanwhile, this man is like, I'm about to swerve off the
I'm about
road.
to swerve off. But looking back, it was like, okay, I could definitely see like the fake smiles. Like, get me out of this car.
I also could see like it's fun for a couple minutes, but an hour? Like, I'm obsessed with you that you're like, let me give you another one. Hold on. Listen to this shit. This is amazing.
Right.
He's like, can I turn on the radio? You're like, no, I am the radio.
No,
I'm
seriously.
obsessed with you. Okay, fuck, marry, kill these sex positions.
Okay.
Doggy style, cowgirl, and missionary.
Okay. Mary, missionary, because eye contact, hello, open eyes. Fuck doggy style, you know, exciting, and kill cowgirl. Baby, my knees be tired. Okay, I don't have the best joints. This is why I do yoga and I stretch it out, but we're trying to improve.
Okay, what is your go-to line if you want to start sexting?
Ooh, I would just be like, time to get wet. For both me and him.
I love how straightforward you are. Okay, what has been your wildest sexual mishap?
Mishap, like what?
Like you fell off the bed and you got a concussion, like you broke an elbow,
Oh my
like
God.
you fell off, you whatever the fuck, like a
Okay.
disaster.
Dude. So I was having sex with one of my ex-boyfriends, and I guess he got too excited that he farted. But like the fart was so bad that I almost threw up. I tried to act like it was like, okay, like obviously it's natural for humans to pass gas. That's good that you're passing gas, bro. We're all for it. But like we had to stop and move to a whole different room. And I'm like, please don't let this fart linger, because how to the now was so not it.
Did he acknowledge it?
He was like, yeah, it was like, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? I'm sure that was not me queefing. So it had to come from something else.
Why was it one of those like?
It was like that, like literally short, but very, very impactful. Powerful.
Dude, you know what's so crazy is like I feel like that, as shitty as it is, it's like if it's loud, yeah, literally it's kind of awkward if it's loud, but if it doesn't smell, you're like, okay, that was weird, pretend it was a queef, keep it moving.
Yes.
If it reeks,
dude, I don't know what he was eating that day, but boy was it. I survived, baby. I almost suffocated. Okay, I'm a survivor. I'm a gas fart person in the sex survivor.
you're so strong, Amaya. You're
Man,
so strong.
The battles I face.
Okay, what is your weirdest turn on?
Weirdest turn on? I like, okay, like, you know when you're cuddling with somebody and like I love putting my face in your armpits a little bit. Obviously, if it smells crazy, then I'm going to like be like, oh hell no. But if it's a good smell, you know, like body,
You're in there.
Yeah, I'm in there.
Okay, have you ever had a threesome?
No.
Would you ever?
Yes, I would, but not now.
Okay.
Not now. I feel like that's more for like 30s, like when like the sex is like, well, to keep things exciting, you know.
30s. We're gonna save it for the 30s.
30s, yeah.
Love that for you. Okay, Amaya, what is your best skill in the bedroom?
Ooh, man. Listen, there's a reason why my jaws snatch, okay? Your girl be stretching the jaw out. And I'm proud. Not everybody gets to see the skill. So, like, if you're able to see the skill, Brian.
Girl, I'm proud of you. I am so proud of you. How do you think your life is going to be different now after Love Island? Like, are you going to lean into the fame? Like, what are you thinking?
I definitely do want to engage with my supporters as much as possible. Like, I just want to talk to them and know that, like, my papaya would never change. You get what I'm saying? And I really do want to leave a positive impact on women to know to never settle and to never change who they are. So as long as I keep on sending that message out, whether it's like my mini like get ready with me or vlogs, then for sure. But you know, a goal of mine, like I said earlier, is definitely to get my PhD. So maybe next year your girl will be returning back to school. And for anybody who would want to follow me in that journey, it's more than like I'm open.
Okay, you and Brian. Obviously, we saw you guys. You won Love Island. But now, what do you think this looks like in the real world?
Guys, I'm so excited to be in the real world with him without, like, mics up. And I could just talk to him whenever. And, like, I'm waiting for our truffle pasta date. And I can't wait to meet his family. I know I met some of his family, his Papa Bear, but I need to meet Mommy officially. He needs to come. We're going to be cooking together. There's just so much things that we have planned for us. And I'm just happy to be in this moment with him,
Right.
you know?
Have you guys talked about long distance?
Yes.
Like, what are you guys thinking?
Yeah, so we're definitely going to be taking turns seeing each other. And Boston is not far away from me. I actually have cousins and friends out there. So Boston, your girl's coming.
I'm obsessed. You and Brian made history by being the first Hispanic couple to win Love Island.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
What does that mean to you?
Man, it's really, really huge because I'm the first generation to be here in America. First generational nurse, like first time for like my parents literally came from Dominican Republic and like didn't have the best like upbringing. So Latino culture to me is very, very huge. So I mean, it's really, I feel blessed and I feel so much gratitude, you know?
No, I think like for the world and especially right now, this was such an incredible moment in history.
Yeah.
Like, I think sometimes people obviously can look at Love Island and be like, oh, it's just a dating show.
Yeah.
But to see you and Brian up on that stage and winning in the world that we're in right now, I think it's probably what a lot of people needed. And
Yeah.
for you to be that person to give people that hope and that strength, like, it's truly beautiful and incredible, Maya.
Oh
Seriously.
my gosh. Like hearing this from you is really huge. So thank you
Of course.
so much.
Of
and
course.
we feel so supported and so loved. And I'm glad that I was able to, well, me and Brian were able to be a part of this.
Can I ask you about, just quickly, I know we don't have that much time, but like mental health.
Yeah.
I think sometimes people look at people on shows and we're all obsessed. We're like, we don't like this couple and we like this person. We don't like that person. But can you just kind of talk to me a little bit about what in maybe not as fun moments in the villa, like what did mental health look like in the villa and like struggles and just like how did people get through when things were dark,
yeah.
just to like understand for people watching, like this isn't all just fun and games, like we're real people.
Yeah, like literally we're real people. We have feelings. And I think sometimes like people forget how intense things could be in there. Like when you don't have any interaction with the outside world, you're not able to call your mom and dad and talk to them. Like we're literally just there. But when we have doctors like on like set, like psych doctors, so whenever we really are having a bad moment, or we feel like the world is like crashing down due to the intensity of emotions, we're able to take a break and talk to the doctors if needed to be. And everybody has their own way with navigating how they deal with their feelings. But one, for me, it was just one, loving it out, and two, just going on a dock and feeling that fresh air and like just embracing Mother Nature.
I'm going to do a couple rapid fire last minute questions and then we're ending. Okay. What is your take on BDSM?
Oh, baby, we love that. We love that, okay?
You do? Love. Okay, how do you feel about Timothée Chalamet?
Yeah, it was Zendaya, right? Right? Wait, is he with Zendaya?
No.
Oh, wait, no, he's with Kylie.
Yeah, he's with Kylie.
I'm going crazy. Very cute.
Very cute. What is your most irrational fear?
I would have to say sharks. Like seriously, I sometimes when I'm underwater and my eyes are closed, I have like this big imagination of a shark coming to get me. I don't know why.
So do you go in the ocean a lot?
Well, from knee and beyond.
Yeah, that's it. What is your weirdest reoccurring dream?
Oh my gosh, I would have to say, getting chased by naked people. No, seriously, like that's one of my night terrors. Have you ever watched the movie Hereditary?
No.
So there was like a scene there where like she just like, I don't know, I forgot it was a he or she, but somebody just wakes up and like there's a scene of like naked people all around them. And like ever since then, that's like really like irrational fear of mine. I just hope I don't trip and fall.
Holy fucking shit.
No, I swear. Watch when you search it up. You're gonna be like, okay, I see what she's talking about.
Okay, fair. If you had a vibrator, if you have a vibrator and you had to name her, what would it be?
Rosa.
Okay, what is a song that will always hype you up?
Ooh, got that only.
What is the weirdest thing you keep in your purse?
I keep. Damn. I have a lot of weird things in my purse. Backup heels. Because I went out one day in NYC and like a purse as in like a tote bag. And then my heel literally broke. So then ever since then, I was like, no, we need to bring backup heels. Because girl, we're not ever going to be limping like that again. Yep.
Do you ever wear flats?
I wear flats sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay. Who is your dream threesome?
Let me see. Kim Kardashian.
Oh, that's good.
She is hot as fuck.
What message do you hope viewers take away from your time on the show overall?
To just really stay true to who you are. Never change for yourself. Even when people are making you feel like, okay, what's going on with me? What's wrong? There's never nothing wrong with you, baby. Like, shine. And if you're bright as too light, guess what? Put some motherfucking shades on, bitch. Like, let your sun bright and illuminate.
You obviously have gone viral viral for the songs that you love to make up when you're alone. Can you sing us a little something to close out your Call Her Daddy interview today? Give us a little like Call Her Daddy, Amaya. I'm going to close my eyes and just vibe.
Okay. Call Her Daddy is on the show with Alex Cooper. We are here to glow. Call Her Daddy, you know what it is. Hey, let's get to the biz.
Honey, you're about to get a record deal. No, Amaya, like, truly, thank you so much for coming on. I feel like it is such a pleasure to sit down with you. You were such a bright energy in the villa, but to get to know you today, you're so funny, you're so charismatic, you're so loving, and I'm so happy that America made the right person famous.
Oh
Seriously.
my God, Alex, thank you so much. And like, girl, I love listening to all your podcasts. So once I got the news, I was like, there's no way. Like, the Alex. So this was a huge, huge moment for me. Thank you so much. And you're beautiful inside and out.
I love you. I love you. Amaya, Call Her Daddy. We did it.
Yay!
Love you.